Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really good trades, and let's get right into it because right now Bitcoin is starting to run into a little bit of resistance right around that $27,500 area, and we are now back down to 27,181. Now tomorrow we do have a little bit of news coming out in the stock market. We have the PCE index, and that's going to be telling us a little bit on how, where inflation's headed and stuff like that. So if it's hotter than expected, the markets may sell off. But if it's better than expected, then the markets could rally up towards the upside some more. But again, just be wary because the market is extremely data reliant right now, and things can take a turn very, very quickly. Okay, now let's get into the analysis because I'm going to be telling you guys some of my price targets for the bearish side and some of my price targets for the bullish side. So obviously we'll start off with the scenario that I think is going to be playing out in the coming weeks and so on and so forth. So right now we did get our wave towards the downside, and now we are currently in our B wave retrace towards the upside. So if you're drawing it from the top here, which could be essentially your A wave right there, and a impulsive wave towards the downside, you may get a retrace back up to the 618, back around 29,400, or right around this level that I've illustrated, right around 28,928. But so far you just tagged the 382 retracement, and then you haven't been able to get over it yet. So again, it could be very well done just now, and it may continue towards the downside, which would make the case that this was your top, your B wave top, and now you're going to start to head down. But again, this is gonna this is probably gonna follow what the traditional markets are gonna do. So if we get some bullish news tomorrow, Bitcoin may start to rally back up. But if we get some pretty bearish news, then we may get some pretty disappointing price action here, and Bitcoin could continue down. And again, I've taken profits on my longs already from the lows here. We got those buy signals the other day using wave edge. We got those major accumulation signals as well, right around 26,000, and then we got a pump up to 27,900. We actually reached as high as 28,100, and then we started to get a little bit of a selling pressure right around the top essentially, and now we're getting some green crosses again on the smaller time frames. But again, I'd like to focus more on the larger time frames as they yield the biggest moves, and there's usually the most reliable ones as well. Okay, so let's keep going here, and I'll take a look at a market cipher. So again, the bearish scenario is that we keep moving down here into a C wave, and then it's going to get pretty ugly in a hurry. Probably gonna head down to maybe around 21,000 to 23,000 would be my best guess. Right around this pivot low here, you're probably gonna run into some support. So again, I'll probably be looking for like the 100% retracement as a support area for Bitcoin. But I won't, I will not discount the bullish case for Bitcoin, which would be that this could just essentially be a wave 4, right, of your first wave 1, and then you're going to be continuing up into a wave 5 here, which could reach the price targets of around $35,000 to $40,000, right? So again, those are going to be your price targets essentially if it's a wave 5. But overall, I think what's going on right now would most likely be some sort of a larger wave 2, and then now we're in the ABC correction. So something like this, I would say, is starting to play out on a bigger cycle. So something like this, and you start to go down, and then you'll eventually, depending on depending on when you bottom out, or if it takes a while, it could bleed into like November, October, and then you'll come back up into a wave 3. And then this is probably when they start to cut rates, and everything starts to either capitulate, and then Bitcoin starts to moon like crazy because the dollar is going down and rates are going down. And right now we already saw rates go down pretty significantly, and that's probably why we got that major rally the other day on Bitcoin. And I'm really happy that the members actually caught that entry And guys, what I do here is just provide you content in the hopes that you can see what I'm seeing, and you guys get these amazing little signals that I'm providing on YouTube. I do this to help you. And again, if you guys aren't happy and you leave comments like this, like fake bear, FUD, unsubbing, again, everything that I'm saying in yesterday's video is not to offend you. It's just to help you, right? And to open your eyes. If you want to blindly get emotional and just like based off essentially trade off emotions, and you know you're emotional and because you bought the top here, and I'm spreading out a negative news, or not negative news, but it's showing you the bearish case, you're probably getting, I would assume, a little bit upset. And you would probably rightfully, be upset. I would be upset too if I bought the top. So those people probably, bought the top here right around 28,000. And now I'm starting to tell people that this may be already over and we could start to head back down. And right now you can see that we have increasing red money flow on the 1 hour time frame. The 4 hour time frame, you briefly got into the red, and now you're dipping back down into the, you briefly got into the green. Now you're dipping back down into the red, and then it's probably going to cause prices to to keep going down here, and this is going to fail. But it doesn't mean it's confirmed yet. It very well could keep going to right around 29,000 to 29,300. So I'd see that as a little bit more upside. But eventually, Bitcoin's probably going to come back down here. And this is just going to be another great accumulation opportunity. And you just don't want to miss it, right? You want to get in on these dips when the Bitcoin price comes back down. And maybe the markets come down with Bitcoin. And maybe we come back down into a higher low, right? And then we start to go back up into a new all-time high into the end of the year. A huge Christmas rally. Right, if the markets start to do something like this and we start to come back down and we get back up into the end of the year into a huge Christmas rally, then that would get, I'm assuming, this would probably get all the bears really excited, but this would really, capitulate the bears into like a false sense of like it's it. We're actually going to new all-time highs, and maybe we briefly make a nominal high, and then we'll top out. And then we'll start to come back down, and then that'll be it for the market. And then maybe we go up a little bit higher, but then that's going to be it. And then rates are going to have to go higher because inflation is going to start to pick back up. But again, we'll see, because I can't predict the future. All I do is just read the charts here and help you guys out. And right now, what I see on the markets is that we're probably running back into some resistance here, right around 4,500. If you do a little bit of a fib retracement here, you're actually coming back to the 618. You're actually past the 618 now. Let me take a look at it on the SPY, because it's probably a little bit better on the SPY instead of the futures. So let me just take a look at the SPY here. So again, if the SPY, you're actually at the 668, and if you go a little bit higher, then you're going to get this to the 786. But after that, really what you have left is a gap fill at 456. But then, really you're just starting to push it. If you really are going to make a new all-time high, then, or not a new all-time high, but if you are really going to go back up right now, I'm assuming that you're probably going to keep going into a double top, and then you'll start to top out, and then you may get your bigger correction down. But again, nothing is guaranteed, and none of this stuff has played out yet. So you just assuming these moves are going to happen is just silly. So you just got to play with what the chart's telling you. And right now, Bitcoin's sorry, not the Bitcoin, but the traditional markets are bouncing. And so we'll probably go along with the market and just long with it. And if the markets show any bigger signs of weakness, then I'll be the first one to let you know. Right now, the SPY hasn't invalidated anything. It's actually bouncing off its RSI. It's holding support. The stock RSI looks like it's pretty much done here, and it's about to reset and start to come back up. And then the daily time frame, if you take a look, sorry, not the daily, the weekly on the weekly on the Qs right here, the tech sector, it's actually starting to retest resistance. But again, I don't want to get into too much stock market talk here, because I really try to just focus on crypto now. And I'm posting all my stock market analysis inside the Discord on my other YouTube channel, Hedgeline Trading. which is where I do all my asset management, and I do that's where I do all my stock trades, and I look at stuff like that. But yeah, we'll just cover maybe a few more stocks here. I'll just take a look at Bitcoin Cash, because we actually got into a nice long the other day and it paid us out pretty well. So you can see the VWAP's a little bit extended here and it's starting to come back in. And now you're probably going to take a look at the smaller time frames, and you're going to see that if this loads up here, we're probably in some, okay, we're in some green money flow here. But overall, maybe you get a little bit of a nominal high, but you're going to run into some resistance. And I'm very bullish long term on Bitcoin Cash. But if this starts to come in tomorrow aggressively, then that's going to be all she wrote, and you're going to do exactly what Bitcoin's going to do. You're just going to go back down here. You're going to retest these highs most likely as support, and that's just going to mark the low for Bitcoin Cash. But this is going to be where you really want to accumulate, and you're going to be wanting to stack up on like a BCHG or Litecoin Cash Trust. So BCHG is to grayscale Bitcoin Cash. And then there's LTCN, which is also another derivative product for people who aren't into crypto but are into stocks and are looking to buy this stuff. And again, this is mostly trading below net NAV, so you're actually buying Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin Cash cheaper. But again, do your own research and do the stuff that you want to do. I'm not going to tell you exactly what to do in the market, right? Everyone wants to do their own thing. And maybe you might not like those derivatives, so you could probably find something that you would like more. But yeah, essentially I'm thinking Bitcoin's mostly going to start to come down here. But if we get good data tomorrow, positive data, then the markets have a chance to continue rallying, and Bitcoin has a chance to pump back up and reach a high of at least 35,000 to 41,000. And then if you take a look here on the weekly time frame, we actually have a green cross on all the charts here for Bitcoin. Again, these weekly green crosses are usually mark significant lows in the market and significant accumulation opportunities. So you can see that it marked a green cross here, and the price actually went up about 30%. And then we got another one here, and the price has gone up like 94% since we got this green cross on wave edge. And then we got another one here during the bear market, during the bull market, and yeah, you had a little bit of drawdown, but then you saw a significant amount of upside here, and it went up like 98%. And then you got another one here that's gone up 27% on the green cross. And if you get another low right here, you get it. I mean, this one was probably the craziest one, because this one went up about 1,000%. And again, it all depends on which chart you're looking at. But yeah, overall, it's been performing really well. And this indicator is in the description. This one was created by Thomas from Team Underground, so you guys can check out his YouTube channel as well. He's actually made over 400, or sorry, not 400. He's made over 300,000 USDT, I believe, in one single trade. From holding off one of these daily and weekly candle charts. And he hasn't sold anything. Actually, no, he sold recently, but he didn't sell anything for over like 180 days. So again, big congratulations to him. But yeah, overall, I'm thinking that's probably what's going to play out, and I'll keep you guys up to date. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Love you all. Peace.